Oh, we clocked in, baby. Hey, what's going on, party people? Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. It's definitely a pleasure having you in. I go by the name of L'Esprit, and technically, I am, well, not technically, I am a spiritual healer. And what I do, technically, is that I assist other people in becoming in alignment with their true selves. Meaning, coming to terms with your emotions, but also understanding your emotional patterns and your blockages. In other words, to own them, becoming the master of that, and also of your intellect conditioning. Because when we talk about mind control, you know, we quite often we are insinuating that your mind is being controlled by someone else. But your mind, your intellect is to be controlled. It is to be controlled by you, by yourself, by your spirit. So now, with that being said, so technically, that's what I do and how I do it. All right. So now, if you're coming back, you already know it's a Holy Communion. Come get your medicine. We got it for you. Okay. Take a seat among the elders. Okay. This is gonna be a goodie. Now, additionally, like I always love to give a little bit of background of what spirituality is, right? Because obviously, being a spiritual healer, it's only right, especially if this is your first time. If you're coming back, you already know, hey, give me my time, nigga. I gotta let these niggas know. And reminding you too. But anyway, spirituality, you being a spirit, you know, um, it's not a belief system. It's nothing that is distant from you. When we talk about spirituality, it's pretty much you understanding that you are spirit. And to get to that realization, you have to come to see things for what they are. And that's where you get to grow. You have to understand the mystery of the world that you're living in, pretty much. In one of my past posts, I talked about how, your humanity is your spirituality. Because your growth, your understanding it has to manifest through this humanity. In fact, you're using the humanity to transcend it. Another way of saying this too, by seeing the illusion, it's like you saying your humanity is your spirituality. Because now you are able to see through the veil, through the bullshit, through the illusion, as the fucking Indian call it here, Maya. And that's exactly what it is. So now being a spirit, it's just a matter of you understanding everything about you. You understanding yourself. Having a self-realization. Knowing who you are. How you niggas want it. That's all that shit is. So everybody's spirit, like it's your birthright. It's your divine throne, heritage. Automatically. Whether you activate it or not. Now, the activation part of it, that's when you become unconscious. That's when the words now, at this stage, the word now is being made flesh. Now, now conversation's going to be different. Your perspective on life is going to be different. Because now you have ascended to a higher reality. But now your whole interpretation of, again, this humanity, now it's not so much of how much you see, it's how you're looking at it. That's what makes a difference. See, Albert Einstein talked about, and this is, to me, that was one of this brilliant shit to me. He's saying, ooh, I think I'm getting into the conversation I'm going to be talking about tonight. I'm getting ahead of myself. But let me just say this since I started already. He said, you can't solve a problem with the same state of mind that created the problem. I mean, that's not the way he said it, but I'm giving it to you that way. I mean, I can't recall the way he said it. That's what I was thinking about. But technically, that's what the motherfucker's saying. So meaning you can look at a problem as the problem. So, in other words, what he's truly saying is the only for you can only get there if you know how to get there. But now, how do you get there if you've never been there? That's the irony of it. But most importantly, too, this is a great revelation to us. This is telling you you know everything, but you don't know anything. This is just showing you, like, your divine qualities. The all-knowing, you're already that. Because now, for you to look at the solution, you have to become the solution. You have to throw that net on that other side. You got to turn the other cheek. So meaning, it's not how much you see. It's how you're looking at what you're seeing. You know, if you're looking at a fucking illusion and you're seeing a whole lot of it, congratulations. You just have a better perspective of the fucking illusion. And that's why quantity never matters. It's always been quality over quantity. That's how one good shit worth more, way more than a bunch of bullshit. How do you want it? So now, what we're talking about here is for you to understand, like, when we're talking about you being a spirit, that's the work that has to be done. That's pretty much you going through the different portals, the different veils, the different chakras, however you want to call it, because the chakras are nothing but different state of consciousness. Well, depending on how you're looking at it, too. I mean, it's, well, if you make the alignment, yes, it is physical, but it's mostly spiritual. And if you understand the nature of the body, your body's your consciousness. You know what I'm saying? Your body is simply an extension of your consciousness, I should say. I just said it better. I see I'm getting better by the second. So now, the activation of knowing, I'm saying, like, you starting to realize who you are, that activation, that's how you become spiritual. That's you being in touch with that side of yourself. And spirituality, well, hell, we're talking about the story of that shit. So that's what, in other words, I love to give a little bit of background on what spirit is, just so, you know, you understand. That spirituality is nothing away from you. It's not a belief system. It's not where you go to church every Sunday. You're already that. Now, your acknowledgement of who you are, that's how you becoming spiritual now at this point. And that's where I come in, to give you that push. That's all I'm here for, baby. So what we're going to be talking about tonight, though, goddamn, yo, niggas, I've been getting a few downloads. Like, I think I should be able to, got to break it down. But one of them, though, I'm keeping that one for the Patreon. So, you know what I'm saying, you're going to have to pick up this jewel, right? So, oh, man, this morning I was getting so much. So now, check this out, right? In a couple... in the past couple of my recordings or post videos, I talked about how Your humanity is your spirituality, right? So you definitely got to check that shit out. And by the way, guys, check out the Patreon. Become a Patreon member. You know, like this video here. I mean, I didn't know it was going to be part of the Patreon, but due to the nature of what I'm going to be talking about, so that's going to be part of it. But I'm saying this to say there's a bunch of other, you know what I'm saying, learnings, you know what I'm saying, jewels that I got in there, you know what I'm saying, medicine. You got to come get it, baby. Come get it. Don't cheat yourself. You hear me? So come get it. Become a Patreon member, right? So now, I'm talking about, you know, your humanity is your spirituality. And what that simply means, I'm just going to give you a brief summary real quick, is that this world being a fucking illusion, the growth that you're going through, that self-expression, the spirit that is being manifested, that is actualizing itself, because that's what's happening, to be honest. And I would hope you appreciate my honesty, nigga. But anyway, what you call in reality isn't truly reality, is actuality. Again, it all comes down to how you're looking at it, right? Because when you have all those different things that's happening to you, that you are interacting with on a regular basis, that you come to contact with, that is an actuality. But you got to be able to see the different layers for you to get to the point where you could see it as your actuality. Because at any given time, every time you express yourself, that there is an action, there is an interaction, there is movement, there's waves and patterns, however the fuck you want to call it. When you look at the Matrix, yeah, all of them things going on. But I'm saying all of that to say, to get to where I'm trying to go to, because this is going to be a goodie. Now that you understand, or maybe, you know, not necessarily that you understand, but let me tell you a little bit more, I guess, about this being not just a fucking illusion, but most importantly, your humanity being your spirituality, because all of your growth is taking place right here. And that's why everything, your immediate circle, is gonna be your spiritual ground, your testing ground, your growth ground. And I'll give you a perfect example. Like your mom and your dad, good or bad, has a fucking influence on you. So if you're doing your shadow work, the purpose of you understanding your subconscious mind, your conscious mind, and I'm just using this because that's what most people are accustomed to, right? So your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, the whole purpose of you doing this is for you to identify yourself, for you to understand the different aspect of you, how you operate, for you to bring realignment to yourself. So that's why you'll see, even in the fucking European spiritual perspective, that's where their starting ground is. Nigga, you gotta understand what is a conscious mind, what is your subconscious mind. You know what I'm saying? And somewhere in the middle, you have your ego. Then they're talking about your shadow. But anyway, which is all gravy, depending on where you at with it, depending on what you already know about, you know, the self, right? So I was trying to show you something as just your mom and dad or your family, because they have a big influence on you. You know, the way your intellect or your mind is being controlled already, which is what they calling raising you. telling you, teaching you how to act, accordingly. These are all mind conditioning. And they understand that, and we all understand that too. That's why we're saying, you got to be raised by them. You got to have a certain education. You can tell when somebody wasn't raised by mom and dad. They have no manners. So your manners is part of your conditioning. Which is the way you acting, your perspective. So that's why this is all your spiritual ground. This is your spiritual ground, baby. This is your spiritual dojo. You're practicing right here. You're dancing. So how do you dissociate that from your true self? You cannot. If you do, that would be cheating yourself. That would be you choosing you becoming one-sided. You identify with one side of you and you don't identify with the other side of you. Whereas you are and should be all of it. Like I'm a nigga that was born in Haiti, a young boy, and now I'm an older, or mature or a wise man, however the fuck you want to call it. I'm all of these things. I'm eternal. I was a son. I'm a father. I'm a student. I'm a fucking teacher. How the fuck do you want it? There's no limit to me. I'm eternal. So for you to become sided, let's just say, for me to dissociate, let's just say the physical part of me and just identify with the spiritual side, that's like you saying your experience didn't get you better. But if it was that worse, how would you even get on this side? And that's where the illusion... Bless up. And that's where the fucking illusion comes in. So anytime there's any type of spirituality that is dissociating or that is creating a separation, that's what they call good and evil. That is eating from the tree of good and evil, meaning that you are extracting your understanding, your growth, the way of you looking at life as good or evil. Instead of you embracing your whole self. It's almost like the whole idea between Satan and Lucifer. It's the same shit. It's the same coin, different side of the same coin. You understand what I'm saying? So my connection, like what you're calling this physical life, is my spiritual ground. That's where all of my work are going to be done. That's why you cannot be one-sided. To be one-sided meaning, whenever you separate matter and mind, you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? But what you don't understand is, if you don't mind, it doesn't matter. But if you do mind, then it does matter. And you being mind is creating that fucking veil. You now creating a fucking separation and a fucking illusion. You're looking at it the wrong way. You're looking at it sideways. Nah, just look at it straight up, nigga. Like, shit, you ain't gotta do all that. You ain't gotta do all that, my nigga. Just look at it straight, man. You know what I'm saying? Stare at the motherfucking nigga. Fuck is you doing? But that is actually being said because, oh my God, it's like, if you truly grasp that, though, then the way you're going to be looking at this reality is going to be on a whole other level. Now, you get to, see past the codes. That's how you transcend. You become the master of your life. Because what our ancestors were doing, it wasn't to tell you to fuck Earth, man. And for you to become the master of yourself. So they gave you the tool for you to master yourself. Yourself. The tools for you to know who you are. Because they know the minute you know who you are, you solve the motherfucking puzzle. How lighter, like, there's no lighter than this. Your heart cannot get any lighter than this. When you are in that shit, nigga. I'm the scale now. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I'm dancing with the stars, literally. You know what I'm saying? So now, understanding that's what it is, your actuality, because your mom and dad has an effect on you that is happening in the present, at the moment. And when you don't acknowledge it, you actually reproduce the same thing. And as a spiritual healer, like, I gotta give you that's why this is the jewel. Because how you're looking at it is everything. That's why it's important for you to understand the science of ignorance. That's why a light worker has to walk both the dark side and the light side. In other words, Satan and Lucifer. Isn't it an angel of light? Same shit, man. That's how you got the light is in the dark. So now we had, well, us being dramatic, so we give it to you in form of mythology. Because we understand mythology, which is painting a picture, this is a story. So we're giving you a story for you to get to write your story, for you to know this story, for you to write this story. Oh, excuse me. Oh, gosh. So it's like, that's why they left you so many clues. How do you get lost? But it's okay. It's easy to get lost, though. This is the land of the lost. That's why they call it Maya, the land of illusion. This is the land of the lost. I call it, you know what I'm saying, it's a mental institution. I love it, though. This is down here is for the strongs. That's why only the masters come down here to awaken others. Then you have different level of consciousness too. You have niggas that came down here, they're conscious as fuck. You would know if you don't know. But their goal is not to teach. They're not priests. So niggas like me, I mean, I've done it, a few times. because I'm trying to get you guys back, man. You playing. You lost. What are you doing? It's me trying to wake you up. You still sleeping. God damn, this nigga's in a coma. All right, well, we gonna wait for him. You gotta feed him. Give it to him in his tube. Shout out to this nigga Loaded Lux. The way he says you gotta give him how the fuck this nigga say that shit? The remedy in a dessert. Cause they only love sweet shit. You got a sweet tooth. Alright, fine. You know what I'm saying? Cause I know my mom used to do that shit too. Give me, you know what I'm saying? Give me the medicine in my fucking dessert. In my juice. It's tasty. I love it, huh? Well, that's kitty shit. It's okay though. I can't judge you. You sleeping. I got it. But sometimes we gotta talk our shit. Now wake the fuck up, baby. What you doing? You been sleeping all day long, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We ain't judging, but damn, nigga, are you gonna get up? But alright, there's a whole lot going on out here. You're missing out. But again, I'm just saying. That's why your shadow work, when you solve the mystery of your shadow work, it's you getting into different aspects of yourself, having the, that solution state of mind. Because when you truly understand what this nigga was saying, truly is that you are your problem. And you are also your solution. And you are the solution to your problem. And you are the problem to your solution. That's how you are creating your reality. Changing your thoughts. Not just thoughts in let's just say from being pessimistic to optimistic, in a sense of everything that happens now is positive. And then before you were saying everything that happens now is negative. Not in that bullshit sense. That's bullshit. Being optimistic, like I always tell niggas, doesn't mean you do not take account for the negativity. No, ma'am or sir. What it means is you have a positive outlook on the negativity and the positivity. That means I know this is fucked up, but it's also benefiting me as well. This is fucked up, but from this fucked up shit, I got to see life on a bigger perspective. So therefore what you're doing is you're acknowledging this being fucked up. It's not to say this is not fucked up. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? I'll give you, it's like, let's just say, if you're a woman and you were raised like your fucking siblings or fucking dad and shit is fucked you or raped you. Ain't nothing good about this shit. I don't give a fuck. However, you can use it as a way for you to be in touch with your emotion and learning how to open up even though you feel like closing off. Not to let that situation close you off, for you to claim your power and you still being able to be open even when things doesn't look the way you, that's how you accept your reality. Oh shit, nigga, I only got $5, but you know what? That's the best $5 I got, nigga. That's what I got. What else am I gonna do? And making the best out of that shit. Shit, nigga. I'll make Brooke look good, nigga. Like, Brooke, come here, nigga. What? And guess what? Same thing, too. Because I've been in a situation where niggas been broke. But I've been in a situation where I got money, too. Listen, it don't matter. That's when you truly become a master, then you realize It's just being broke or rich. It's just different perspective. One perspective, you gotta hold on to everything you got. The other one is I got abundance. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna get the best out of life. Literally. That's what it is. So when you adopt the fucking mentality, but it has to come from within. But most importantly, it's important for you to understand the science of fucking ignorance too. Do you see what I'm saying? That's why anybody who have ever grown from any type of situation, the most knowledgeable motherfuckers are the niggas that did dumb shit and came out of it or understood it and do not repeat the same shit. So now I could tell you that's what a self-realization is. Growth. You get to see things a little better than the way you were looking at it before. Now you're piercing a little bit more into what the true shit is, to be honest. And I'll fuck around with my honesty, nigga. Not at all. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? 24/7, baby. We don't fuck around at all. But we don't give a fuck. Do you see what I'm saying? So when you get to reach that state of mind, you embrace everything about you. And for you to become fully healed, that's the state of mind you have to attain. That's how you ascend. Like, I could use my anger and still... Yo, check this out, right? Well, random. If you guys seen the Kanye shit on the drink champ shit, right? There was a part where he was talking some shit, like, fuck these niggas and all that shit. And then he said, let me calm down. Let me say it differently. When he did that, this motherfucker's a genius, man. Y'all fucking around, alright? Nigga's a genius. So he said, let me say it calmly. This was for you to understand. That's how they discredit you. Since when, let's just say if I maintain my composure, then what I'm saying is better. You've been trained or to look at, perfect example, they call the black woman an angry black woman. Well, if she's angry, well, you get it. So anything she says, you're not going to listen to. That's another way of muting some. They mute you. They can just mute. And nobody is listening to you. Now, they fucked you over in front of everybody. That's some magic shit too, nigga. That's some magical shit. These niggas are playing magic on you niggas. Now, the other side of the magic, that's when, you know what I'm saying, Kanye was like, yo, let me slow it down. So he just said the same shit that he was saying while he was angry. He's telling you something. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, that's like saying, you know, someone who uses profanity is totally not smart. It's not a bright person. Or you wouldn't listen to what they got to say. That's the same shit Eddie Murphy was talking about. You can't do like a fuck shit. Like you come out on stage. Hello everybody. Date. Pussy. Pussy date. Woo! Fuck. Put it in, you know what I'm saying? All that shit. Have a good night. See you later. You know what I'm saying? Yo, y'all gotta check out Raw. You know what I'm saying? That's my dog too. I fuck with Eddie. Shout out, nigga. I fuck with you, baby. You see what I'm saying? And I was a young motherfucker kicking that shit at that time. God damn, that's such a beautiful mind, baby. I see you stay on your beauty, baby. You looking good, handsome. Listen, I can't do any less than that, though. You know what I'm saying? After seeing how my ancestors came through, listen, what do you think? How do you think I'm gonna show up, nigga? I'm not gonna disappoint none of these motherfuckers. I gotta show up real nice, nigga. Fuck? What the fuck? Listen, man, and that's how your ancestors paved the way for you. You feel me? Come on, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, handsome, you looking good out here. You know what I'm saying? It's that mutual thing. But we ain't even talking about that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm just showing you motherfuckers like when you really get to see things for what they are, seeing the growth and understanding your reality, your connection with what's around you in itself, it is a spiritual experience that is being done in a human way. That's why you're a spirit having a human experience. But nevertheless, you know what I'm saying? Like those two, they come together. And that's what African, the shit that I talk about is African spirituality based. Meaning that's where the ma'at comes in. The harmony comes in. There's no separation. When you separate, there's no harmony. The unification. All is one and all is different. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's the beauty of it. That's how, I'm acting in the Bible like Jesus was saying, like, as God, as my Father and me is creating, I'm also acting too. So he's telling you the unification. I could be my individual self, and yet I'm taking part of the universal. That's what makes me the Son. But I'm like the Father. The Father is the Son, and the Son is the Father. This is a depiction of what you're going through down here, my niggas. When you become cosmic, it doesn't mean you somehow suppress your individuality. Think about it just like being part of a team. You don't stop being yourself. In fact, that that part of you that is yourself is contributing to the rest of the band. I see you dancing with the stars. I try to warn you. I told you it was gonna be a goodie. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's why when we delve more into the shadow work, what's taking place is you acknowledging an aspect of you. In other words, by you acknowledging that, what you do is you went into the darkness to acknowledge, to bring the light, and now you bring it out. Out of the darkness comes the light. That's the eternal, I shouldn't say eternal, but that is the connection of Satan and Lucifer. That is the connection of the higher self with the lower self. That's why a true light worker, you can't be one-sided. Because the idea of creating the separation is for you to be either or. Are you with Satan, or let's just say God? You want to go to hell, or you gonna want to go to heaven? You want to be stuck on Earth, or it's a fuck Earth? Like, I don't know. Which one? Give it to me, baby. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me nicely. How would you want me to, you know what I'm saying, to grasp it? Come again. Give it to me again. What? I'm a little bit slow here. I'm catching up. I'm trying to catch up. Talk to me nice, baby. Oh, how? Talk to me dirty. Talk to me dirty, man. Tell me, how do you want it? Oh, how I'm about to get it. Pause, for lack of better words. You know what I'm saying? So, it's all about your perception. How you're looking at it. It's not how much you see. So, when you get into the mystery of doing your shadow work, you interacting, acknowledging certain aspect of you that you're not aware of. That's how a lot of kids, not just kids, all of us, but let me start off with the kids, right? They learn, I think it's called osmosis. But don't quote me, niggas. This is what that shit means, okay? They don't go by what you say. They go by who you are. They follow what you do, like energetically. You could tell them, you know what I'm saying, you do as I say, that's bullshit. That's how a kid, regardless of how much he may hate his dad or hurt your mom, you going to reproduce the same thing that she's doing until you acknowledge it, meaning you see it. Or from the darkness, you bring it out to light. Consciousness, being aware of it. That's why you who are not conscious is because you're ignorant. Not fucking ego, none of that bullshit. Doesn't make sense. You're ignorant. And it's important for you to understand that you're ignorant so you can see the light. So you have to understand ignorance. That's why you have to walk both fucking walk. The dark side and the light side. If you choose a side, you missed the trip, dog. You didn't get it at all. Like, how did you get it so wrong? If you choose a side, you fucked. Then at this point, your heart is not as light as you think it is. At all. Because you have an opposition, you have an enemy, you know what I'm saying? You got some work to do. Like, I be looking at these niggas, y'all got a lot to do, according to you. Yeah. I ain't got to do shit. And I'm doing everything. Come on, niggas. This is for the living. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you have to understand the science of ignorance. That's why a person who's a hoe doesn't know that she's a hoe. You know what I'm saying? I have witnessed that shit firsthand, nigga. Like, I asked this bitch, like, you don't think you, like, a hoe? No, no. I just fuck a lot of niggas. Listen, you may judge that person. You may say that they're delusional, but they have not reached the understanding of what a hoe is. That's why those of us who see, we could tell a nigga, like, you acting like a whole ass nigga. But the nigga, like, we say it all the time. When you talk about your haters, your bitch ass niggas. The hater hates you and still looking at you. How conscious are they? You know, but like people like us, when we become conscious, nigga, first of all, we can't even hate on nobody. Like, that's just not even what. How would I do that? Like, I'm too fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm too good. You know what I'm saying? I'm too cool to catch cold, baby. You know what I'm saying? The fuck? How? You hear me? It's the ass nigga. I'm from Haiti, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's too hot for me to get cold. What you talking about? There's not even a breeze. Like even the breeze is fucking hot, nigga. Literally, I can't catch a cold. And then figuratively, shit, nigga, it makes it even better. That's why once you see the truth, that's it. You know what I'm saying? It's like I know you're a liar, nigga. And then now you're gonna tell me you're not a liar. It's like, it's not like I'm confused about you being a liar. You know what I'm saying? Like, when a nigga's confused, that's when they don't know you. Then they're confused. It's nothing for me to be confused about. The fuck? When you know, you know. You can't trick somebody who knows, baby. That's how knowing the truth will set you free. Free, nigga. Free. The fuck? You feel me? It's setting you free. It's like, think about it. It's like when you know niggas lying to you, you already know the nigga lying to you. You're like, shit, all right, let me see how far the nigga's gonna go. Or like, all right, nigga, like, okay. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, then the nigga's like, nigga, all right. Hey, listen, man, thank you for expressing yourself. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it's beautiful. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? That's how when you know, you know. When you know, you know, baby. You know what I'm saying? When you know, you know. But that knowing part of you, that's the growth. That's the self-realization. It's you, that knowing. That's the Gnostics. That's a whole different conversation too. But I'm saying all of that to say, about the process of getting there. You can't neglect it. How do you separate that? It's like you separate, like you can't separate your experience from you. There's nothing you do that's got away from you, dog. You just learn how to cope better with it. In other words, you have mastered it. You made it your own. That's how you got to deal with your experiences, with your pain. Like, shit, nigga. Everybody, nigga. The difference over here, what you call it healthy, is how you handle your pain. And that's the difference between the superior man, like the superior man, and the inferior man. It's how you see it. And don't get it fucked up here. I'm not talking about half empty and half full. I'm talking about having the understanding this is a whole glass. It can be half empty, depending on how you look at it, and it can be as full. You know what I'm saying? But if you're saying this is half full, and then the other one is saying this is half empty, you missed the point. I'm drinking the whole drink, nigga. That's you being half one-sided. That's like you arguing about God and Satan. Satan, Lucifer. I don't know. However the fuck you want to say it. Or you not seeing the polarity between two extremities. Polarity, we bring them together. Ma'at, balance, harmony. Isn't that what the African spirituality is talking about? So it's to understand the mystery of mind, body, and soul. And bring all that shit together. Becoming in alignment with it. Oh, my bad. But that's where going through the different stages, different level of consciousness, until you reach the highest state of consciousness, the highest state of enlightenment, which is the full transcendence. You have ascend or ascended. And that's what you call your masters, my nigga. I just gave you my mastery, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I just flexed on you too. You know what I'm saying? Showing you where that came from. And that we understand that's why your spirituality, your humanity is your spirituality. Do you see what I'm saying? You didn't know it didn't matter? I'm tripping. But anyway, right? So now you get to look at your shadow work on a whole different aspect. But most importantly, you get to look at human being as, like, that's how I talk to niggas' soul. I understand that soul and soul communication. That's what I'm trying to bring to your awareness. That's what I'm taking out of the darkness to bring it into the light for you to see. Smacking that motherfucker out too. The monsters. I'm bringing out the monsters. Your dragon that you gotta control. The monsters, the bear wolf. You know what I'm saying? That you have to master. I'm showing you what they're saying in mythology, which is the story of yourself. My friend, the story of yourself. And that's what our ancestors left for us to understand throughout their teachings and giving us those different state of consciousness. That's what you're doing, my dude. So for you to slay your dragon, to conquer the monster, or to ride your dragon, this is all your Lucifer and Satan coming together, baby. Let's have a party. God and Satan, heaven and hell. coming together. In the Old Testament, no matter where God went, Satan was there. They were chilling together, baby. You know what I mean? I guess before the Christ came down and died for you. Yeah. The consciousness, that understanding, now has to come out, because to transcend, not to separate the two, but to bring awareness to the connection of the two. That's what this shit is all about. That's what you're doing. That's what your spiritual journey is about. And guess where this is taking place? Right here. This is your spiritual ground, baby. Earth is your spiritual ground, nigga. Come down to earth, nigga. So when you understand the energy or the ideas behind what's taking place in your life, then now you start looking at it on a bigger scale, trying to look at it for what it is. Now you're understanding energy, emotional pattern that's being transmuted in those interactions, intellectual conditioning that's also taking place all at once. This is your actuality. And you have made it so. Now, when you're doing your shadow work, you are changing your actuality and reality too. But see, you got to change your actuality before you can change your reality. Your reality is what you're looking at from the outside. Your actuality is what's taking place in the inside. As it is below, so it is above. You are reflecting. Oh shit, I was getting another shit. I got this other download today too. And that pretty much opened up door for me to get it right into it too. It's funny how I used to watch a lot of the motivational speakers, because these guys, according to the Bible, which I love, by the way, not just the Bible, but what the Bible is about to say, is that these guys are considered as the thieves, because they're giving you knowledge, but they're not telling you who you are. And this is where it's different with spirituality. I'm approaching you, letting you know who you are. Now I'm giving you knowledge. Get it? They're giving you knowledge, not telling you who you are. They are cheating you. They are thieves. They don't get to tell you the bigger picture. Because when you really pay attention to what a motivational speaker is telling you, is that they're telling you you are a spiritual being, but they don't say it. Think about it this way. It's like I take you to a castle and I tell you you could do whatever you want in this castle. Yeah. But if I were to take you to that castle and I'm telling you the king of that castle, you have a different perspective of the way you're looking at the castle. That's why seeking the kingdom of God and everything else will be given to you. So the other one is looking at it from, that's what Jesus is also trying to say when he's talking about, the spouse. Is it the spouse? Is that the name that he uses for it? I don't know. Whoever, who's supposed to get married, whatever the fuck. This shit's not coming to me right now. Shit, nigga. But hopefully you get the point of what I'm saying. It's like, um, what the fuck? Uh, the wife. There you go. Because I was gonna say, what the fuck is the opposite of husband? That shit was just, anyway, tripping for a second. It's like the wife. What the fuck was I gonna go with this? The wife not knowing the husband. Mm-mm. It's like the teaching of telling you the wife has more rights, or even have the rights, versus to her husband. Whereas if you're just a concubine, that's why you niggas. In other words, another way of saying this, you know what I'm saying? Like his wife is better than you, bitch. Like he's fucking you. Now, not he may love you though, but the rights that the wife has on him, it's not the same right that you have on him. Those are not the same. She's legally there's let's just say you both are fucking the same nigga, right? And then that nigga is in life support. The person who get to say remove or take that nigga out is the fucking wife, not you. Even though let's just say you wanted him to stay more in that fucking uh, uh, life support and karma. Coma. I'm sorry, in coma. You want this motherfucker to stay a little bit more in coma. You know what I'm saying? The bitch like, for what? Because I already know this nigga love you. Lights out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the Bible was talking about, or Jesus was using pretty much when he was talking about, you know what I'm saying, the wife, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever the fuck the shit was. But I'm saying that to say, now let me get into my nigga shit. I had to give it a book. So you know this shit is certified. Because I had to use the Bible on that shit. That shit is biblical. Certified, nigga. Certified. How do you want it? But most importantly, I'm revealing to you that this is talking about you. And when you understand that, that's how the word is being made flesh. You have to become your understanding. That's what a wise man is. Now, the wise man is acting based on the knowledge that he has. Not just being knowledgeable, becoming wise, giving out wisdom. That guy's mostly a little bit more quiet. He knows he became he mastered his energy. You know what I'm saying? Now he may choose, and this is what I was talking about. Let's get back to it though. Like me, I could use anger peacefully. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Kanye was doing, showing you so many words. I should leave that shit alone. But what I'm trying to say to you is, not that I should not. Come on, I mean, I'm gonna leave it alone because it's popular. It's getting a lot of clouts, and we're giving like we real shit. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm going with that. Make sure the shit is known. You hear me? So, what the fuck? I think I was right there and I lost it. But we're talking about. Oh no, I got it. It's there. Understanding, but most importantly, relating. And that's the process of understanding too. It's you being relating to what's taking place on your outside. So just the process of understanding itself It's you linking. There's a link. There's a connection between you and yourself. It's all spiritual, my nigga. Yeah, you thought, yeah, you can't run. You may run, but you can't hide, baby. And that's the reality that we must face and must understand. And that's why we're here. Do you see what I'm saying? So now, let me get back to what I was talking about when we're talking about like your shadow self. But most importantly, what you are not when you don't slay your dragon, or you don't master your emotions, or your shadow self for that matter, or when you're not aware of what's taking place in the darkness. Because we all, well, let me slow down on that one. Let's just deal with this on that level. You know what I'm saying? Because the reality of that shit is we are our shadow. When you're talking about the spirit, spirit is really your shadow, man. Not just shadow in the sense of your shadow self, but it's that shadow. It's just like that spirit. So when you have those different bodies in you, those different level of consciousness in you, you have your emotional body and all that shit. What these niggas are really telling you is different layers in you, of you. Oh, that's how deep you are. That's when, you know what I'm saying? But you doing that type of work is aligning yourself with your true self. And now you're going through this, the hurdles, this life, this reality. This is your spiritual background or testing ground. So when you see those movies where these motherfuckers wake up in that fucking island on Earth, surrounded by water, they gotta survive. Meaning, that's what we're doing. Planting, not remember. Excuse me. Not remembering who the fuck we were because we wake up in the middle of the island, and now you're going through this journey. That's what they're showing you. But if you can see it, you can see it. Now, some people now choose to reside down here, which you cannot do anyway. But you can only do it by being stuck down here. Because this is a bridge. So the only way for you to stay down here is just being stuck. You're stuck. You can't cross the bridge. How you get stuck on a bridge, my nigga? God damn, alright. See you later. Then come back again. Yo, this is a bridge. What you doing? Those are listens. You know. And that's why you have your different type of consciousness too. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have your priest. Because your priest, if I'm doing this in this lifetime, I've done it before. So therefore, my job is to wake your ass up. I.e., a spiritual healer. Healing, meaning now dealing with that other aspect of yourself, not just the physical part. Well, I don't even talk about the physical part. I mean, I think there are greater people who've done that already. Dr. Lila Africa, Dr. Sabi. Now we have this motherfucker, Dr. BB Doctor. Whatever the fuck. They doing it. And I'm love it. Phil Valentine, nay. You know what I'm saying? Shit, nigga. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we here, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas are doing that thing. And no need for me to do the same thing. So now I could just do this. Because the whole idea of breaking bread, having the Last Supper, or even the supper, motherfucker, that's what we're really talking about. That connection. That's how kids learn. Not by what's coming out of your mouth, but that the person of who you are. They following what you do. That's why some people, right, what you see is, you never seen somebody who hate their dad or their fucking mom, and then they're doing the same thing that that people was doing. It's like, how do you hate that motherfucker? You doing the same thing he's doing? Because the part that they don't like about him, they see it. But the other part that they're acting like them, they have not seen that part. That's why the purpose of your shadow self is to bring your monsters out. You take all of them to the light. You become to terms or in harmony with them. You riding your fucking dragon now. It took you a minute for you to start riding that motherfucker, but when you guys are flowing together, hi. I'm a witness, you know what I'm saying? If you need a witness, nigga, shit, I got you. If you need a witness after you done this work and you know what it takes to do that work, you need a witness, nigga, holla at me, man. I'm going to be your witness, nigga. Because not only that I've seen what you do, but I know about it. I know. I'll be your witness, nigga, if you need one. And after doing that kind of shit, you got to have a witness, though. Because I know for me, I had a witness. I had to get witnesses because it was just so, I was so much on my shit. I had to get witnesses, nigga. Let them know, hey, listen, man. The deafs are now hearing. The mute are now speaking. The blinds are now seeing. What are we doing? I had to get witnesses on that shit. They're like, oh no, it's not him. Can't be him. Yeah, it's me, nigga. You just didn't see me. You just didn't know. How did you get it so wrong? I've been giving you clues all this time. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's how I know for myself as well. The elevation in myself. Listen, man, the bar and the car got to come together. And that's the journey of you getting to know who you are. Those clues has always been there. And all you're doing is having a better perspective of who you are. And that's how you're growing. Then that's when you realize, when you understand the mystery of fucking speech. Oh, shit, it's a mental representation. That's how they tell you, yo, your tongue could either, what's the word, not save you? What's the word, man? Could set you free or could fuck you all up. You could use your tongue to reach to a lot of people, to be politically correct and all that shit. But you can use that shit too to create a lot of enemies. You can create friends with it too. You know what I'm saying? How you using it. And the beauty in what I'm saying too is this too, though. Like when you become the master of it, you know what I'm saying? That's when Michael Jackson's telling you, I'm a fucking smooth criminal. So this motherfucker was a bad motherfucker. And he had a song called, you know what I'm saying, Bad. He was feeling himself. That's the transmuting, becoming the master of what could be bad, or could be worse, or could be good. You're making it bad, baby. And that's what you do in your language, niggas. So how much of that you are? You already that already. In your sleep. Nigga, I'm that nigga in my sleep. I'm that when I'm sleeping. So you know when you get to know who you are, baby. Listen. What? Hey, what? Really? Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? How did not Neo, the other motherfucker, the bald headed motherfucker, who was telling Neo, when you ready, Morpheus. When you ready, form. Morpheus, Neo. When you ready, speaking to the mind, you won't even have to dodge bullets, nigga. You just hold it. That's when you know you know. You're like, what? Ah, nigga, you tripping. That's why, like, yo, when you know a nigga's lying, you're not gonna get mad at him because you already know he's lying. You know what I'm saying? Depending on where you at with it. Well, goddamn it, nigga. Like, if listen, where I'm at with it, if either I do it or I'm not doing it. I'm extra on my shit. Oh, nigga, you gotta be extra on your shit. What are you doing? It's either you know what I'm saying? What are we doing here? Why would I want to play myself like that? Come on, stop playing. Now you playing, because I'm not playing myself. I mean, I have. You know what I'm saying? We done made up. Nigga. I'm a faithful ass nigga. I just didn't know. When you get to know, you can't go back. You can't unseen. Like, when you grow as a person, you can't unseen that. When you get to see shit better, you can't unsee what you just see, baby. You can't take it away, man. Like, it's like I know you bullshit. You telling me you the real shit? Have at it. Oh, shit, I need popcorn now. Tell me how much I'm sorry. I love you. I need popcorn for that shit. Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm trying to show you different aspect, different picture for you to grasp. Like, once you know who you are, man, that's it. Game's over. That's like, game's over. That's your ascension. That's your higher state of consciousness. That's you knowing the truth, and the truth now is setting you free. Because what you didn't know was holding you in hostage. What's stopping you from consciousness is ignorance. So now for you to master yourself or to understand or even to activate the spirit side of you, you cannot ignore the dark side of you. Because your understanding is going to come out of that misunderstanding. That's why you will see anybody who ever grow could tell you this is how fucked up I used to be. If you know anybody who never told you how fucked up they used to be, you don't want to fuck with this motherfucker. This motherfucker is fucked up, was fucked up, is fucked up, and probably will still be until they have that realization. And that's the importance of your dark side, nigga. Your experiences do not go anywhere. You transform them. You transmute them. Energy's not going anywhere. That's why if you don't acknowledge who you are, it's going to come out one way or another motherfucking other. When you see motherfuckers that are triggered, that's because they have not mastered. They're pretty much ignoring still their dark side. And that dark side has to manifest. You can't hide that fucking energy, bro. That's why nobody, yo, the truth, like life is the truth. Now, what you calling lie, it's what you don't see, bro. And even that is the truth. That is the truth because you don't see it. How is it a lie? The fuck? Even your lie is the truth, bro. Because that's why when you lying to yourself, you know you're telling the truth to yourself. So your lies is your truth, nigga. I get it. I get it. That's why when you truly master this thing, God is everywhere. The level of consciousness got to be, when you're looking at it from a God perspective, that's how the gods are walking down this earth, man. I'm testifying, nigga. I guess I'm telling them niggas. I'm telling them myself. The fuck? I'm telling them myself, baby. And no shame in my game. I don't want nobody else to say it for me. Yeah, after I say it for myself, bitch. But I'm showing you the connection too. It's beautiful. Listen, man. I stay under the light. I want to make sure I look good, but I don't neglect out of the darkness though. Out of the darkness. You know what I'm saying? Not the one-sided shit. You know what I'm saying? You see how people tell you, and I think Bobby Hammond said that shit too. In fact, he said, well, I mean, I don't know how many people know about him, but anyway, so he said, you know how people say the more smart you become, or you have more vocabulary, you don't use profanity and shit like that. Niggas, and which is true. Which is true. And technically, I'm giving you the science behind it. Do you see what I'm saying? The science, which is this, like, you don't give a fuck. Like, the more wise you are, you don't care about being smart or appear smart. People who's looking to appear smart are not wise people. Meaning, they are not what they're talking about. They have to project it for you to see. But when I'm that nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing I was talking about my man. He has his nuts swinging all around here. You know what I'm saying? My man Andrew Tatum. Like, god damn. Other men, it's like, nigga, I could see your balls, nigga. That's insulting to us. Because we all got balls, nigga. I don't want to look at it. That's like me. Do I want to look at another motherfucker's dick? I don't. I'll answer that for you. I do not. So I'm saying all that to say. But he had to go that way too. So he could get in touch with his femininity. You were out of control, baby. You know what I'm saying? You were out of control, man. You know what I'm saying? Then you understand, man. Yo, that's why me personally, I don't associate with the alpha shit. But I'm alpha like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Those who knows, knows. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to scream that you're the captain if you're the captain, nigga. The captain would just automatically, you know what I'm saying? That's why the niggas who were talking bad about other people, there's a problem with you. The problem is you. I mean, I don't see anybody, yo, for me to be talking like this nigga ain't shit and have other people saying this nigga ain't shit. Wow, like, damn, man, I don't know, man. It would take a whole lot for me to do that shit. Or maybe I would have to be like you, which I'm not. Clearly. Clearly. Nowhere near. Doesn't make any sense, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the bullshit. Like, why the fuck would I want to be part of bullshit, man? I don't get it. And this is going to be part of the next conversation, too. And I'm going to give you a little bit of background. God damn, I've been talking for a motherfucking over an hour. So, which is the purpose of meditation, man. See, meditation help you to strengthen your fucking awareness of who you are. Out of ignorance. Now you're getting in touch. You're becoming the solution. I'ma leave it there. You know what I'm saying? Aisha, you already know. Brah, Mali.